Hey, welcome to Physical Embodiment Studio. I'm Courtney Sprouls, a certified personal trainer and Hatha yoga instructor, and today I'm guiding you through a warm-up series to get your body feeling lengthened and mobile before you go into any movement practice that you'd like. So we'll start on the floor, laying face up. I want you to lay down on your back with your feet hip distance, grounding your feet on the floor to start. We'll begin by tuning into your breath, so just notice the rise and fall of your breath naturally. And we'll start to expand a little more on your inhale and a little more on your exhale as we tune into the diaphragmatic breathing. Feeling your back press against the floor with your breath in. Melting, settling deeper with your breath out. Now let's start by checking in with our ankles. I want you to ground your right foot on the floor. Left foot is going to lift up towards the sky. Root both hips evenly into the earth. Bring your toes towards your face, lengthening through the posterior chain of your leg. And then point your toe towards the sky. I like to inhale my toes towards the face, exhale, toes up towards the sky. So do that a few times, noticing what your ankle is doing here. Feeling the lengthening and contraction of the calf. And starting to move with your breath with a little more intention. Now, neutralize your foot and begin to make circles on the sky, about the size of a grapefruit. So you're pointing your foot to make that circle, rounding your toes towards your face as you complete the circle. Try and keep your leg really still while you do this and reverse your circle. And again, we're noticing the quality of our joint as we roll our ankle here. Cross your left leg over your right. Gently push your left knee towards the side wall. Pushing it away from your shoulder. Finding length in the hip flexor and the deep abs. And feeling that lengthening of the outer thigh, maybe even your inner thigh. Stay for 2 more intentional breaths. Begin to straighten your right leg. Bring your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Give it a little squeeze. Try and root both hips evenly into the floor. And notice what you feel as you bring that left knee towards your left shoulder. I feel my inner thigh and hamstring on the left leg. If you are feeling settled on the right leg, you'll also feel a stretch through the front of your right hip. Now, bring your left knee towards your right shoulder without twisting. Both hips are still grounded on the floor. You'll feel a lengthening through the outer thigh of your left leg. Continuing to breathe deep. If it feels safe for your body, start to twist through your spine. Shoulders stay grounded on the floor. Feeling that nice twist coming from the thoracic and lumbar spine, mid and lower back. And you might even reach your left arm straight to your side. Shoulders stay drawn away from your ears. Still continuing to breathe deep. Gently draw your leg through center, ground your left foot on the floor, extend your right leg towards the sky. Point your toes towards your face and then towards the sky, inhaling to lengthen through the calf, exhaling to extend the foot towards the sky. Okay, so start to move, controlling that nice movement, slow tempo, working with your breath. And feel the sensations that come up for you. Notice, without judgment, the lengthening and contraction of the calf and the hamstring. When you feel complete in the pointing and flexing of your foot, begin to neutralize your foot. Find the circle on the sky, about the size of a grapefruit with this foot. Trying to keep your leg really still as you rotate through the ankle joint. Again, noticing any catching that might be happening. Begin to reverse that circle. And we're challenging our mobility of our thigh and hip right now as we hold our leg in space. If you think about flexibility as the ability to pull your leg into position, mobility is the ability to hold it in space without your arms helping. So we're testing both. Begin to bring your right knee in towards your right, let's actually find that spine, that twist again, figure 4. So you're going to push your right knee out to the side, feeling the stretch in the outer hip. This might feel the same or different than the other side. We're just taking note, see how that feels. Breathing into the spaces that feel tense. And now when you feel ready, you can bring your right knee in, left leg will straighten to the floor, hugging your right knee towards your right shoulder. Settle into your shoulders, settle into your hips. Try and be heavy and relaxed through your muscles. Breathing here as we hug that knee in, and notice where you feel it. People ask me, where should I be feeling this? It's different for everybody. As long as you're feeling lengthened in the muscle, then I'd say you're doing it correctly. Personally, I feel this in my adductor and my hamstring, so inner thigh and the back of my leg. Now bring the thigh over, you're crossing your body with your leg without twisting, bringing that right knee towards your left shoulder, feeling the TFL, outer thigh, a little bit of glute medius, at least for me, and you might feel it somewhere else, and that's okay, as long as it's not painful. Let's add the element of the twist, bringing your right knee towards the left, shoulders stay grounded on the floor, and you might even reach your right arm out to the side. Noticing how this twist is impacting your spine, particularly your mid and lower back. Should feel quite nice, breathing into it. One more breath. Gently draw your legs back through center. It might feel good to hug both knees in. And then find your way onto your side. Push into an all fours position, going into cat-cow. Ground your hands under your shoulders. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Soften the elbows. Knees are under your hips. Drop your belly, gaze up softly, lengthening through the front body. Exhale, push into the ground, dome through the mid-back, shoulder blades separate, chin slightly tucked. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up softly without kinking your neck, expanding through the heart center. Exhale, round, pulling your navel up and in towards your spine, pushing the floor away. Inhale, drop, belly is relaxed, gaze is soft. Exhale, push the floor, feel the mid-back expand. 2 more like that. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. See if you can get your breath even deeper. Inhale, gaze up, open heart. Exhale, round through the spine, mid-back open. Neutralize your spine. Send your left leg to the outside of your left hand, if it's possible for you. And I want you to ground your left foot on the floor for now. If you need to prop yourself up, you can either prop yourself onto your thigh or some yoga blocks if you have them nearby, or anything else that's elevated. Staying here for a moment, and I want you to check in with your right hip flexor, so your right front of the hip. Finding length through that leg, so your right leg is pretty straight. Your left leg is pretty bent. And you're feeling a really good release through the front of the hips. Stay for 2 more breaths. Now, because we are using this as a warm-up before your movement practice, we are going to build some heat, so I want you to tuck your right toes. Begin to lift your right knee up and lower down. Lift and lower. Two more like that. Wonderful. Return back to the all fours position. Give yourself a moment of pause. Notice how that feels. Send your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lengthening through the left quad and hip flexor. Settling into this place. If you need to prop yourself up, please do. Otherwise, you can drop your hands down and enjoy this deep stretch in the hips. Shoulders stay away from your ears. We're mindful of our body throughout this whole practice, actively aware of our bodies so that we can tune in before we get into our more resistant or intense exercise practice. Now, tuck your toes, hover your knee, and lower. Hover the knee, and lower. See if you can engage your glute as you hover your knee. The more you engage your glute, the more you lengthen the hip flexor at the same time. All right, release your knee down, both knees under your hips. Give yourself a moment. Now begin to make 90-90 with your legs. I'm going to send my right leg forward, left leg back. We'll do both sides, so it doesn't matter where you start. Try to ground your hips on the floor. This is not feasible for everyone, that's okay. If your hip lifts up a little bit, fine, but try your best to push your hip down without forcing it. Roll your shoulders down and back. So your legs look like 90 degrees on both sides, okay? Now, drop the forearm of the leg that's forward. So for me, it's my right. Since my right leg is forward, I'm going to drop down. Take a look at your left knee. If you're on the same side as me, it's our left knee we're looking at. We're going to lift your left knee up while maintaining the position of your hips. Lower the left knee down. Now lift the left foot and lower down. Left knee lifts and lowers. Left foot lifts and lowers. My hand is on my hip to make sure that my hip doesn't move as I internally and externally rotate the femur. So see if you can do that to the best of your ability. I do understand this is challenging, but we are testing the mobility of your hip. One more foot lift and switch sides. Bring your left foot forward, right leg back if you were practicing with the same side as me. Drop your left forearm down to the floor. Check in with your right leg. Now we're going to lift the right knee and lower. Right foot and lower. Hand on hip to make sure it stays in the same place as we internally and externally rotate the hip. This might feel different on this side than the other side. Again, we're just observing. This is all practice of priming the body and checking in with the mind-body connection before you get into a different style of movement, whatever that may be for you. All right, rest. We're going into a prone heel press next. Lay on your belly, prone. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Click your heels together, making a little piece of pizza. And I want you to flex your heels. Begin to push your hips into the earth and lift your feet up towards the sky. Keep a generous bend in your knees as you lift your feet up. I'm lifting my head to talk to you, but you are going to relax your head, either forehead on the floor, or turn to the side if it's comfortable. Begin to push your heels towards the sky, squeezing your glutes, engaging your hamstrings. Notice where you're feeling this. Should feel like a nice lengthening through the front of the hips as you're activating the back of the hips, the glutes. All right. Relax your legs, settle them down to the floor. We'll stay in this prone position if it's comfortable. Grab your right ankle. If you need a prop up, please do. Push the floor away, shoulders low, grabbing that ankle and squeezing your glute to feel the length of the quad. I'm going to lay down because that feels good for me. If you'd prefer, you can stay upright, but I want you to breathe into the right thigh. See if you can pull your shoulder blade back and open through your chest. Two more deep breaths. Relax that right foot. Grab your left foot now, knee to knee, squeeze the bum. If you need to prop yourself up, do. Breathe. Getting a nice stretch through the front of your leg, pushing your hip into the floor. This is a great stretch before a run, before lunges, before squats. All right. Push the floor away, send your hips back, child's pose. Relaxing your head either on the floor or on your forearms. Relaxing your lower back, breathing space into your lower back. And push yourself up into a kneeling position. So, we'll get into some lateral flexion of the spine. I want you to just settle into your kneeling position. Notice if it feels comfortable. If it isn't, bring a pillow or yoga block under your hips. If you are feeling good, begin to reach your right hand down to the floor, lifting your left arm up and over, breathing into your left rib cage, shoulder away from your ear, expanding through the left side body. Two more deep breaths. Through center, left hand down to the floor, right arm up and over. Breathe into your right rib cage. Two more breaths. Bring it up through center. Both arms extend up towards the sky. Cactus arms through the elbows, open through the chest. Begin to bring your elbows in towards each other, engage through the pecs, and then extend your arms out to the side, back into 90-90. Exhale, lead with the elbows, engage through the pecs. Inhale, open. So we're getting a nice stretch in the chest, as well as engaging through the pecs for anything that comes your way after this practice. Two more like that. Stay connected to your breath. Land with your arms down by your side. Reach your fingertips towards the floor. Open through your chest. Gaze up softly. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Hopefully you're feeling warm and connected to your body. I hope you enjoyed this practice with me. Thank you for finding our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.